full drive. Blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get sold. White son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Had a load of fun on my parents' couch, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. White son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
You have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a midnight flame. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my wife because it's bringing hurt.
On a picture-perfect Midwestern afternoon for football, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to get this out to the 25. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. This defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Williams, a man in motion right. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Play action. It's gone. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Oren Burks. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to find Higgins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned an AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? He's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
The Bengals hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of scheme going.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down for the touchdown, Auto. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So nothing doing there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
11 empty. Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Chase Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. An extra point by McPherson up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, good move. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Picked off by Oren Burks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Escaping a tackler at the 25. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Back to throw, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They'll give Nick some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Bates' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Wide 80. Stop.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. Oh, put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Burrow setting up to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Stop. Wide 80. Wide shot. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he will take it all in for the Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through the goalposts. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Goff. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gibbs. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 9. Goff now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point forthcoming. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10.
17, Lions 10.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard
The
line.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Bengals.
Gun.
First and 10, here's Brown. Nifty move. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. An extra point by McPherson up and good. And a lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd and 3.
Go to that. 20.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And just shutting him off there.
Missed.
It will not go down. to the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, can. Stop.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
12. 180.
An inside give, Brown. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Goff now looking to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Jones on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
17-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Start.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Gun. Start. 180. Start.
Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. Start. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11. Start.
Now it's Burrow. In there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Gibbs is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bengals 3-yard line.
Right 20. Set.
Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Burrow. Throw right side, put in by Higgins. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
45-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
11.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki, 43 yards. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then will be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Goff finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Out of the gun. Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Second and goal from the 1. Quick throw there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Lions, 24. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This is Brown going up the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 23 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the gun to give to Brown. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
That's good. We're up Bengals. First down. First and 10.
Gun.
32 yards.
Running right, here's Brown. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's got to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
11. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last lap.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 37.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Burrow from his own end zone. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Gun. Dot. 11. Dot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10.
Gun. Dot. Big. 11 empty. 11 mighty. Dot.
And Burrow going to throw again. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go. 180. 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Lions 24. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Khalid Raymond on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. 2nd down, they go back to Gibbs. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short but I can't complain, doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice then I teleport, got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone, spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mic my shoes with a Christmas wreath. Dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage in your backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds. Sing off key and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes. Jumping through life in my pantyhose. Still no job, but I'm on the clock. And you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, girl. When you're not, you're not. I see through your act and I still enjoy